Who is a woman? A mother, a sister, a daughter, a wife, a presence that nurtures and sustains, builds homes, breaks glass ceilings. But in a world reshaped by identity politics and social flux, even this timeless question has become a battleground in a way. Now, Britain's highest court has spoken out in a landmark ruling that settles years of legal ambiguity. These are the images of women's rights activists celebrating the verdict outside UK Supreme Court in London.
Today, the judges have said what we always believed to be the case, that women are protected by their biological sex, that sex is real, and that women can now feel safe that services and spaces designated for women are for women, and we are enormously grateful to the Supreme Court for this ruling.
The UK Supreme Court has declared that for the purpose of law, the definition of a woman is rooted in biological sex, not gender identity. The judgment upholds that the concept of sex is binary and has significant implications for legislation, policy making and social discourse. The case stemmed from a challenge to the Gender Representation on Public Boards Scotland Act that sought to redefine woman to include trans women for the purposes of increasing gender diversity. The court struck that down, ruling that sex in law means biological sex, as recorded at birth or changed through recognized medical transition, not based on self-declaration.
The terms woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to a biological woman and biological sex. But we counsel against reading this judgment as a triumph of one or more groups in our society at the expense of another. It is not.
In fact, let's also tell you that in terms of the reactions, we are getting you those reactions in just a bit. The judges, however, cautioned this should not be seen as a political victory for any side in the increasingly polarized culture war. Some trans activists feel the judgment suggests there will be times when trans people can be excluded from both men's and women's spaces and services.
Well, yes, this is a huge area for workplace tension. The reality is that the trans community do feel underrepresented, which was really what this case was about, and also do feel excluded and not included in the workplace. So they will very much see this judgment as wounding them and will view it as anti-protectionist.
The ruling brings some clarity in the UK to a contentious issue that has also roiled politics in other parts of the world, as women, parents, LGBTQ+ groups, lawmakers and athletes have debated gender identity rights.